What's up guys and welcome. You are watching Fazi Fitness. So guys, channel membership is now live. Link is in the description and the first comment. Do check it out. That would really help support the channel. So let's start this video with Horse MD aka Marcelo after his first Classic Physique Pro win, what just happened at this year's Portugal Pro. Now, we know that was a weak lineup in Classic Physique, but the fact is, a win is a win. It doesn't matter what kind of a lineup it was. He got his Olympia qualification and he's gonna step on the Olympia stage 100% deservingly. Now, seeing it from one angle, it's 100% logical for him switching over from the men's open into Classic, because there would have been no guarantee whether Horse MD could have won a show in the men's open bodybuilding this year. And the competition we have seen getting tougher and tougher, especially in the men's open, because compared to last year, 2025 has been very difficult for a lot of these guys to secure their Olympia spot. So what would have been the feedback given to him by the judges after his last show in the men's open, which was the big man weekend last year? Well, bring more size, bring a bigger back, and that of course would require him to push more food, more gear, more PEDs, because open bodybuilding, that is all about size and more muscle. So he dropped down 45 pounds. And he somehow made the weight cutoff with 2 kgs to spare. Yes, he has about 5 more pounds to play around with for this year's Mr. Olympia. And after dropping more than 45 pounds, he went on to win his first ever Classic Physique show. So this is something we expected from Horse MD back in 2022 when he first came onto the scene, when he initially pursued Classic Physique. So now that he's going for Mr. Olympia in October, where would he place in Classic Physique at the Olympia this year? Well, I do think it would be very hard for him to crack top 15, as there are tons of guys who have way better shape, way better aesthetics, way better back than him. And most importantly, all these guys, they aren't missing any kind of body parts. But that being said, Horse MD has already achieved his dream goal for this year, and that was to qualify for the Olympia. Now, with another 2 kgs on his frame, let's see whether he can make some noticeable improvements, especially in his back. Next up, we have 14 weeks out physique update from Sazan Herati, the most consistent guy in the men's open that we saw this year. So he did a total of 5 shows, and he did not miss his peak in any one of them. And eventually, he got to win not just 1, but 2 pro shows. So the first one was Toronto Pro, where he was able to beat Regan Grimes, a guy he just wasn't supposed to beat. And then at the Emperor Classic Spain, where he beat Angel Calderon. Now some of us thought he would never be able to beat Regan, especially after Cali Pro, where he was in a much better condition than Regan. But he had that disadvantage in terms of size. So the condition that Sazan brought multiple times this year on the stage, that was phenomenal every single time. And the man delivered some of the best performances of his career. So I am not surprised at all that he thinks he can place top 10 at his Olympia debut in October, because he will have full confidence in his coach Krizo to bring him in 100% one more time, while some of these other guys, we know they are gonna be off and they're gonna leave the door open for Sazan. So he posted a back shot as his most recent update, and this is the area where he lacks the most compared to the other pros, not in terms of condition or separation, but in terms of density and the width. The fact is, he did not have enough width, especially standing next to a guy like Regan Grimes. But the man is working on it. Now, I do think that Sazan has one of the best midsection in the entire Pro League at the moment, especially in the men's open. And that makes all of his front shots very dangerous. So where do you guys see Sazan placing at his Olympia debut in October? So the youngest bodybuilding sensation Julian has been getting published in different bodybuilding media outlets. So this young kid is just 19 years old, and he claims to be 100% natural. And he recently did his blood work to prove that as well. So the young guy is so gifted that he made it into Honey Rembord's YouTube channel. And he's playing amazingly well with his statements, with the recent one being he wants to break Cbum's record of winning the Classic Physique Olympia title at the age of 24. Now that statement has been getting a lot of engagement, with the critics pointing out that he has some standout body parts, like the arms are some of the best in the world. His back looks absolutely bonkers, And if he pairs up with a superb coach, obviously he's gonna learn to pose as well. Now, if we take a look at the pictures of Chris Bumstead, at the age of 19, he had an awesome X-frame, with Julian lacks at the moment, but he's very muscular for his age, and you never know what kind of a physique transformation he can do in the next 5 years, especially if he gets on the juice. So he is certainly among those genetic elites, those 0.1% of the people who are born to be great bodybuilders. So this guy is also growing very fast on his social media too. So the first post that he made, that was back in January, and it took him just 6 months to reach 158k followers. So the statement about him chasing Cbum's record, that is certainly gonna give him a lot more engagement. But let me know what you guys think. Do you guys believe that he's all natty at this point? So this is Michael Krizo today curling 90 pounds hammer curls and making them look easy and so smooth. So the way Michael has been able to stay so damn lean, even 7 weeks after his post-show phase, that is so insane. And that is why it makes us go in circles asking over and over again that same question. If only he would have done more shows like Toronto Pro or Cali Pro, he would have qualified for this year's Mr. Olympia for sure, as he did beat Regan Grimes at the New York Pro. And the only guys who beat him at the New York Pro and the Pittsburgh Pro, they were all top Olympians, like the mutant Nick Walker, Martin and William Bonac. So if Michael Krizo is aiming to compete at this upcoming Prague Pro, the show that is scheduled just 2 weeks after the Olympia this year, it won't make any kind of sense that he missed out on his Olympia qualification despite being in such an awesome shape and still maintaining a decent condition, because he would have been 100% ready just 2 weeks before Prague Pro this year, and he could have easily done the Olympia too. However, if he does decide to take a very long off season in order to improve his mobility to fix that issue in his back that he has been facing since the surgery, and also put some width and density in the back area, then that will be more reasonable route. So Michael Krizo at his best, he's a top 10 Olympian irrespective of how deep the lineup is, irrespective of who shows up. And do not forget that he was top 7 back in 2023, and if only he would not have gotten injured, he would have placed in that same 7 to 8 spot last year too. So Jordan Hutchinson is now 5 weeks out from this upcoming Texas Pro, and out of all the guys who are gonna be competing in Texas, Jordan is looking the best in terms of conditioning at about 5 weeks out. So this is what you truly call that hard granite-like conditioning. And based on these updates, I am kind of surprised why he isn't doing this upcoming Tampa Pro in about 4 weeks time, because it kind of seems like he's gonna be ready in just 1 week time. All the detail that is already in, the hamstrings and the glutes, they are looking insanely shredded, and that is the area which most of these bodybuilders, they kind of struggle in to get it truly ripped and get fat free in that area. Now we do not know who will be the final names signing for this upcoming Texas Pro, but this is gonna be the biggest and the best Jordan's physique to ever step on the bodybuilding stage, and the man is aiming for nothing less than a win and his Olympia qualification. And for the record, the man was second last year at Texas Pro behind Andrew Jacked. So he's gonna be amongst the favorite to win this show, as he's coming back after a full year off. So is there a plan B in case he doesn't get the placings that he's looking for in Texas? Well, as of right now, we do not know. We do however know that Texas is the last Olympia qualifier in the US. So let's see how he does at this upcoming Texas Pro. And also hit the thumbs up button if you liked the video, and smash the subscribe button if you wanna come back for more. Thanks for watching.